Are you ready for more media nonsense? Well, we're going to talk about some good things that are happening in the middle of the island that some people seem to have a problem with. And this is the Merillon Avenue train station, and you notice that there are nice, beautiful steel poles, tubular steel, high utility poles, high tension poles going up to replace these wooden ones. This would be a good thing, right, for a normal person, right? You'll also notice, look at this brickwork. I see brickwork over here. It looks like we're going to get some nice infrastructure for a change here in the middle of the island, and you'd think people would be happy about it, but no, that's not what we have. What we have is News 12, Snob News 12, once again, of all the issues in the middle of the island. What do they talk about? They talk about a bunch of people in Garden City, which is one of the few snobby areas in the middle of the island. It's kind of uppity. It's finance professionals in. What do you know? They get press. So Garden City officials raise concern about 93 poles being installed for MTA project. Utility poles are reportedly causing some big issues in Garden City. A total of 93 street poles, standing up to 100 feet tall, are being installed as part of the third track program. Residents and village officials are upset, saying the agency didn't notify them of the size and location of the poles. Newsday says the contractors say a late design change led to the use of larger poles and to place them on the south side of the track rather than the north. The village is accusing the MTA and Long Island Railroad officials of acting in bad faith. MTA and Long Island Railroad officials say the initial design was changed because of access constraints that affected the constructing of the poles while maintaining active train operations. This is we'll just let's see. It only gets 43 seconds. Let's play it.
Newsday's reporting that 93 steel poles up to 100 feet tall are being installed as part of the MTA's third track program. Residents and village officials are upset, saying the agency didn't notify them of the size or the location of those poles. Newsday says the project's contractors say a late design change led them to use the larger poles and to place them on the south side of the track rather than on the north side, where that was the original intent. The village is accusing the MTA and LIRR officials of acting in bad faith.
All right, let's just pull that back a little bit there. I'm going to move this back if this thing will let me. And we'll make this full screen so you can take a look at this. And you can see one of those old wood poles is leaning. This is why these wood poles need to go. And I'm glad they're being replaced. Who would have a problem with this? Only News 12 will report on this. They don't report on the homeless. They don't report on the graffiti. They don't report on the struggling business. No, News 12 talks about this. So I had to vent about this. I'm glad the steel poles are up. As far as you residents in Garden City, it's too bad. I saw the renderings, and the poles were in those renderings. All right, yes, they're on the north side instead of the south side. So what? All right, they had to change the design. We need reliable power and reliable, solid infrastructure, and we're getting it. And if you have a problem with that, well, I suggest you go live somewhere else, because the main line is getting the much-needed facelift. The main line is getting the much-needed facelift right now that it needs so badly. And this is one of the reasons why I want to see what happens when the main line third project is complete. It could really help our area a tremendous deal. I don't see anyone in Mineola complaining about it, or Carle Place. Nope, only Garden City, because, again, it goes to show you who the media serves. Well, it's too bad. I'm glad that this is being done. I'm glad we're going to have a more modern, reliable main line, and I look forward to using it. We shouldn't have to go to the South Shore for that. The South Shore is going to have problems due to climate change. It's not some, people, I said, I'd go there in a heartbeat. Maybe not, because when you look at climate change, the sea levels rising and the hurricanes, those South Shore towns are very vulnerable. And yes, they may be doing well, but you're also putting yourself at risk for natural disaster. And that's exactly why I'm glad this project is being done on the main line. These poles will be able to withstand these kind of hurricanes that we're going to be getting. It's very good news to see this. Shame on News 12 and Newsday for making a big deal out of this. You're only giving the snobs a mouthpiece. As far as, there are snobs in Garden City. It goes to prove that, not every, there's one particular area in the middle of the island that's got a certain demographic, and that's Garden City. And once again, they complained about third track when it was proposed, and they're still complaining about it. Well, it's happening, and there's not a damn thing you're going to be able to do about it. I'm glad these poles are up, And thanks to Phil Ang and the Long Island Railroad, this really is going to look nice. I look forward to it. So thank you for watching.